Today, I have the rare opportunity to talk with Bobby Fabiano of Pioneer Mortgage. How's your day going, Bobby?
Good, Jamie. How about yourself?
It's going great. Yeah. Bobby, tell me a little bit about yourself. How many years experience do you have in the mortgage industry?
I've been in the mortgage industry for 14 years now. And the reason I've gotten into the business is I got in probably right around when everybody was getting out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it was a good time to start helping people. It felt really good to do that. And I tried to help as many people as I could when they were going through all their foreclosures and those problems. And it just turned into being a fantastic business for me. It's a very rewarding business to me, knowing I've helped people get into their homes.
Yeah, I do know one thing about you, that you are very kind and very giving, generous to a fault.
Thank you.
From the experience that I have had with you so far, as a real estate broker, I can highly, highly recommend you to anybody.
I appreciate that. Yourself also.
Thank you. Thanks, Bobby. Yes. We've got a couple of questions that have been asked to me, and I thought I would pass them on to you. So Roberta would like to know, where are we at in mortgage rates today?
Which type of loan? There's a few different type of loans.
Whichever loan you would like to start.
Okay, well, there's three main loans, and the main loans are FHA, which usually has the best rates. Then you have VA loans, which are fantastic for the veterans because they can go in with zero down. Those rates are fantastic also. And then you have conventional rates loans with, you can start as low as 3% for first-time home buyers, and then 5% if you've already owned a home. So, but the rates right now with all of those products are starting in the low twos, and they all vary going, it's unbelievable. The rates are in the twos right now. So based on credit is how you would, but they do change regularly each day, but they're lower than 3%.
Wow.
On all products.
Yeah, that's
on
great.
all products.
Right now, it seems to be a really good time to buy a home, if you can. You can find the homes out there, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As
you know, we do have a lack of inventory, but the seller's market is unbelievable. We're seeing higher than ever pricing right now. So
right.
If there is somebody interested in selling, obviously, this is the time to do it.
I would say definitely yes.
On
now
the other
would be
hand,
the time.
If you're interested in buying, one of the great things about it is you can potentially buy $30,000 more home this year because of the interest rates than you could a year ago.
Absolutely, that's absolutely true. Yes, and it's going to be a great time for a long time. The rates are not going up anytime soon.
Okay, all right.
They're starting to trickle, but they're going to try to keep them for the benefit for all borrowers.
Oh, that's great. That is really good. So these are the different types of products that you've been talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
And would you recommend, this is a question from Tony,
yes,
a 15 or 30-year mortgage?
Well, that all depends on the borrower's situation. Now, I would say a 15-year, the rates are going to be a little less than they would be on a 30-year. Your payment's always going to be a little bit higher, though. So, but the way the rates are now, even a 30-year, the rates are so fantastic, you're probably better off going with a 30-year for most people, because if they ever ran into a bad situation, they have a lower payment. But the good news is there's no prepayment penalties on any loans, so you're always able to double up payments and still have that lower payment. If you wanted to make an extra payment, you could bring it down to a 15-year.
That's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like the 30-year loans too.
Yeah.
Because I can always double up.
Exactly.
Reduce my principal.
Because there's no prepayment penalties.
Right.
That's the beautiful thing.
That's a wonderful thing. Yeah. So what are the new loan amounts up to jumbo loans?
Before a jumbo, it would be $548,250 would be for conventional loans in Pinellas County, Sarasota County, these main areas. That would be before you would go into a jumbo loan. And you can go into those loans as little as 3 to 5% down.
Into a jumbo loan?
No, jumbos are usually 10% now. Right. Okay, but you do have to have extremely good credit for jumbos. These products for conventional, you can go as low as 3 to 5% down.
Have you heard anything about Biden's new stimulus package?
The 1.9 trillion?
Yes, the 1.9 trillion that he's
Yes.
trying to pass
Yes.
right now.
It's a great help for folks who are out of work right now. Excuse me. Great folks, for help for folks who are out of work right now. Help them get their feet back on the ground. They've extended it to June if they apply right now in time. So I think it's great for the economy.
Yeah. So we're looking at two different scenarios. So we have the forbearance for the renters, and right now, as most people know, the renters, if it's having something to do with the COVID payments, they don't. A landlord can't kick them out, right?
Right.
So that right now is extended. That's only until the end of March. But he's talking about extending that potentially to September. That may or may not happen.
Right.
So the other forbearance that we're referring to is the one that's for private mortgage lenders, owners probably.
Right.
And those owners who owe money for a private mortgage, possibly that some portion of that $1.9 trillion
Yes.
may be able to help them.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. There's so many different options that we've looked at with that 1.9 trillion relief package. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to help a lot of people. And it's
Right.
also going to help the folks who do own the houses where the tenants aren't able to pay them. They're being helped also,
Yeah.
which is great for the investors because, they shouldn't have to make all those mortgage payments when they're renting that house. So they're being helped. That's great.
That is. I understand also, and these are just different numbers, and sometimes I get different numbers from when I'm reading. I read quite a bit, but I understand the renters on average, they're out about $5,600 per rent.
Wow.
Per renter, which is a lot.
That is a lot of money.
Across the board. And so now we're looking at the forbearance through June. For mortgage, people who owe money, these are homeowners that owe money to mortgage lenders
Yes.
to June, right? If they apply, and this is what you were telling me, before June, and correct me if I'm wrong, they have a potential to extend that for an additional 6 months?
Yes. And it will not affect their credit. But however, I do want to make a comment here because anyone who's going into forbearance, before you're able, if you're thinking about purchasing another house, you have to be out of forbearance for at least 3 full months of payments being made before you're able to purchase another house.
Oh.
Okay, so you cannot just be in forbearance, sell your home, and expect that you can buy another house. You have to be made sure you made 3 full payments out of forbearance before you can get a conventional loan.
Very
With
interesting.
a FHA loan, if they're ever looking to finance to cash out or anything to that effect, it's 1 whole year they have to make payments for before they're able to cash out of their other home. With just purchasing a new home, once again, it's 3 to 6 months with FHA. VA also the same.
Yeah, the same.
Conventional is the most lenient, and that's 3 months.
Wow.
So that's
very
important.
interesting.
That's important
Yeah.
to know that
Yeah, that's
because
very
that
interesting.
is that I've run into that situation where it wasn't on their credit report that showed that they were in forbearance. They were selling their home. We were getting them a new home. I was getting the mortgage all set for them. Everything was working perfect. They showed their final statement that they had a lot extra money owed than what should have been on their regular principal because they were in forbearance still and they could not get a loan.
Okay.
So now they have to wait a whole year before they're able to do that.
Tell me a little bit about credit scores.
Yes. Well, the credit scores with FHA, we're going to start with FHA because that's the most friendly loan for credit scores. And we can go down as far as 580 now on a credit score. And you between 580 and 660, you want to probably help do an FHA loan, which is only 3.5% down. They do have a fixed mortgage insurance for the life of the loan, though. That's the upfront fee is 1.75, and the monthly fee is going to be 0.85. Now, also with a VA loan, so these are all government-backed loans, you can go to as low as 580 credit scores. And believe it or not, even with the veterans loan, as long as you're a vet, you can get zero down loans. They only have a upfront, it's called not a mortgage insurance, it's a guarantee fee. But that fee is only an upfront fee. There's no monthly fee to that. And then there's the conventional loan that you want to usually be over 660 and above for the credit, for the rates to be comfortable for you, because they will get a little higher. So to stay in the twos, you want to be 680 and above on that situation. But FHA is a really great loan.
So for someone who has excellent credit,
Yes.
and what do you consider excellent credit?
Excellent credit would be going from 700 and above.
700 and above. What are we looking at as far as potentially a rate for someone who has excellent credit
For a conventional
for a
loan,
conventional loan?
2.5, 2.6, but the rates are changing at all times. But
Daily.
the mid twos is a very comfortable purchase, situation.
Yeah.
It tiers. So 700 to 720, the rates might be 2.6. 720 to 740, they might go to 2.5, so it tiers in that situation.
Gotcha.
When you get over 740s, you're pretty much all the same, top rate.
Right, yeah. This is all very interesting to me. I try to read up every day on something having to go with our economy, having to do with real estate. I think our combined work experience, yours and mine, has been about 45 years.
Wow.
That's a lot of years.
That's great. Yeah.
A lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise, a lot of skills that we have.
Absolutely.
And if you are interested in getting a loan, refinancing also. We're talking about refinancing.
Yeah, refinancing is a great time also, yes. The rates are even lower for refinancing than they are for purchase.
For purchase. Yeah. So reach out to Bobby Fabiano with Pioneer Mortgage, and we're going to go ahead and I believe put a phone number which you can contact him on.
Yes.
And again, my name is Jamie Smith, real estate broker with the Smith, Son & C Group, Coldwell Banker. Thank you so much for joining us. Bobby, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jamie. It was a pleasure. I enjoy doing business with you too. You care for the borrowers and all the people the same way I do, and that's wonderful. That's what it's all about. It's about them.
Yeah, it's all about a relationship,
yes.
right? It's not the outcome.
It's not the outcome. No, it's all about taking care of them.
Making sure they're good. Yep, I gotcha.
Pleasure. Absolutely.
All right.